All right. Welcome, everybody. We are back after a few interesting days, I would say. We were all happy about those three straight wins last week. Here we are 7 days later, two more games, and, some of us are steaming to say the least. But before we get into the nitty gritty, let's say hi to our guests, okay, with Mauro, coordinator of fan club in Silicon Valley. Welcome, Mauro.
Hello.
And then our fearless leader, John, president of the fan club in Toronto and coordinator of Juventus Fan Club North America. Welcome, John.
Ciao a tutti.
And usual suspects, Edo in Boston and Villone in Montecito. All right. All right,
Everybody,
all right. Okay, so there is a lot to talk today. I don't even know where to start from. I feel like everybody has a lot to say. Here there is Giovanni that just joined. Ciao, Giovanni. Okay, you know what I want to do? I want to start from the only happy moment that I remember from last Sunday. All right, let's watch our live reaction from the goal, and we go from there. Okay, and this was like the moment when we still believed we could have done something, and then everything went to shit. Two games that I think shared something like the throwing away 45 minutes in different ways, I would say. But that now brings us in a situation that is it's interesting. It's like last year. We always feel like we are falling off the cliff. We're still there. We still have chance. So I'm gonna start with Mauro. Okay, it's been like a few years that we've been seeing this kind of situation where like we're struggling, we're getting by, we're riding like on the top four, but like it's not the Juventus we're used to. I don't think it's even remotely close to the Juventus we're used to. Can this team, and that's why we titled the podcast like this, can this team be still called Juventus? What do you see in this team that is still Juventus?
Well, that's the name that's said on the jersey.
Okay.
I think that should be an indication. Well, I mean, many compare this year to when we had my Freddy and the darker years. I mean, there is a big difference. I mean, with my Freddy, yeah, the problem you could infer was the coach because we still have Tacconi, we have Roberto Baggio, we have Hassler, we had the players. I mean, Baggio, for God's sake. This time, I think the problem could be the players, but then there is also somewhat the coach and management because I get it. We do not have the roster of Napoli or Inter, but certainly I don't even know the lineup of Como or Bologna. I don't even remember the name of the players. We should be able to be above these guys. And so, if you talk about quality of players, we should be above these guys. So coaches cannot make them perform. The management seems absent. And the player don't seem to care that much. I mean, we always seem to arrive later on every second ball. Like we don't, with no intensity. So it is a Juventus, one of the, less committed Juventus, which is the one that hurts. Because if they at least try hard and they don't succeed, it's like, okay, yeah. But I don't think that they're trying as hard as they could or should.
So do you think it's an attitude problem? It's not like they're not trained well in terms of like physically, like they're there, like because I mean, we could see last year, for example, Cope Miners not being physically ready. Like this year, he's there. He's fighting every ball. So it's like a mental approach.
I think it's
the
attitude.
players, it's personality.
I think it's attitude, the fact that we have no leader, and the fact that management also seem to have no, I believe without a doubt that if Moji was GM, probably these guys would get in shape really quickly. So I think the problem, unfortunately, it's in each of those elements, which is what makes it so difficult to fix it, because you can't fix the players. We don't have the money. We try to fix the coach, and every coach does not seem to. It has an impact for maybe a couple of games, maybe 3, and then fades away. And management, we changed that one too, and doesn't seem to. We keep spending money, a lot of money. Like we spend this year to open up 40 million. So we keep
58.
spending. Yeah. So we keep spending, but we are not spending well, and I still don't know what Chiellini does.
All right, John. Like staying on the same kind of topic. All right. So if you had to pin it on someone, what's going on? Would it be management? Would it be the coaches? Would it be the players?
Look, I'm going to give you guys, and for me, it's because I'm exposed to it every day. I run 2 businesses, and the businesses start from me. If I'm incapable of choosing a secondary to me that can execute and help me choose the right personnel, how successful is my business? It's not going to be. If leadership from the top isn't steady, firm, and stealth with an idea, a vision, a project, right? And that project, I'm going to tell you, I'm telling you right now, it is December 2025. My mind is already on 2027. What do I have to do in order to maintain my ability to be successful and relevant in my business? You can't think as short of your nose. You got to think beyond. What we're doing is you're living with a reactionary management. They're reacting. They're not progressing. And the real thing is, in my opinion, if we could look at it from an aerial view, there's so many things that have happened to this team in the last 5 years that have kind of dictated where we've gone. The -15, the issue with Agnelli and UEFA and the headhunt and all this that have come. I said it, I think in our chat, if I'm a player, if I'm a person of relevance and knowledge in football, in soccer, do I want to be at Juventus? Do I want to play at Juventus? Do I want to be management? Is this the place where I want to be? Are you just settling for less? So I do believe Juventus exists in a mediocre league. I don't think it's a highly competitive league. We can say what we want about Inter. Inter has very, very like shoddy points of brilliance, and then they just maybe it's the inexperience of the coach or the age of some of their players, although being probably the best fit team. Look at Napoli today. This league is mediocre. We have mediocre competition. How do you want to present yourself? Now, that doesn't excuse the fact that I agree with you that these players, I believe they're giving maybe, if that, I'm giving them a compliment when I say that I think that some of these players are giving 60% on the pitch. And maybe they've seen it as a screw this, like this, my boss doesn't care, I don't care. And think about it. We've all worked, hopefully not as many, we've all worked in environments where management didn't care. If management didn't care, why should you care? Right?
So are you saying it's his fault?
I'm saying 110% it's his fault. And at the end of the day, it's showing from Ferrari and other aspects. This is not, if you don't know how to run a football team, running a football team just doesn't mean measuring or coming on top of dollars. If that's the case, Juventus has won the Champions League of refinancing the Coppa Italia, the Supercoppa, whatever. But you don't win trophies for balancing your books and trying to be clean or whatever. That's not what you win. So you're managing a certain way, and that's fine, but it's impacting a different way. And we know we've seen players leave that were of a potential that look at decisions. Look at Nico Gonzalez. 1 year, you bring him in. What a complete waste of having that position taken up by him.
Which he might come back, by the way.
But there you go. So at the end of the day, so you only take him to send him away. We keep on. I'm going to tell you whatever. We keep on harping and ripping on a guy like McKennie, but McKennie is a guy who will fight to the death and give you more. Now, if we look at the history of our club, and I know Mauro, even in our chat, has said it, like we had guys like Dilivio in the past, Turaro, guys who were character players. Pepe, Simone Pepe was another one. I didn't find Vucinic as a quality player, like at a top level, as if a Trezeguet or whatever. But the guy did his job. Why? He showed up every day. Why? There was leadership on the team. Buffon, Marquisio, Del Piero's last year with the team. There's a different approach. I do believe, honestly, thinking at some point we do need the DNA of a guy like Tudor, but with a little more intelligence in terms of understanding the flow of the game and developing play based upon your opponent. And I think that was his limitation. I hate Spalletti, but I do appreciate the level of that approach he's taken to players. I think that is important, but I don't think you have quality on this team. And this is where I'm reserved to. I'm not worried about this team right now because it's achieving what it's achieving based on its environment. And can we ask more of those players? Yeah, if we're asking more of the players, I need to ask more of management and more of ownership because the environment is horrible. There's no way a player, you see the body language. If you love where you are, love what you do, you're not putting that effort against Paphos. You're not putting in that effort against Napoli.
Pilo, same question for you. Like where the responsibilities lie for what we're seeing. I mean, somebody's doing something wrong. Okay, so that is undeniable. We can't justify everybody. Somebody's got to have some responsibility. Where would you put it?
But it's not always from the top. I'm not disagreeing with John about that for sure. You start from the head of the company, and then the company decide at each level who's going to be responsible for each position. And we decide last year at the end of May that the management was not capable, and we fired Giuntoli. We got a new guy, and now I don't think we can judge what he did so far because you arrive when you're supposed to already start 6 months before to do the transfer window. So there, I don't see Comoli right now is still figuring out what it means to be a Juve. Is the reality. So you want to point my finger? What do you want to do? Do you want to fire Comoli, restart again? And
no,
what are we do?
but like, doesn't it go along to what John says then? Like, so it's Elkan's responsibility and fault to somebody that doesn't have the weight and the experience to be a Juve, I guess. It falls back to Elkan.
Or Comoli. Who are we talking about?
Comoli. So what I'm saying, like, you said rightfully so, Comoli is trying to figure it out what it means to be a Juve. So we can't really point the finger at him.
Nobody can figure out that you give him the job at June. You say like, okay, now you go to the World Cup in US. You're gonna play a few games. When you come back with a short amount of time, you have to put together the training camp, transfer window, find a new manager, a new. Well, maybe you can keep the same manager. Up to you. You figure out.
And a small and a limited budget.
A limited budget, of course, but everything is limited because we made so much mistake in the past. So we're always catching up. At some point, we have to draw a line and decide. Yes, we made a mistake. We tried to fix it, and you're not going to be able to fix it in 1 year. You have to be like square with the fan and everybody else. Like, so far, what we did didn't work out at all. We got to restart. And yes, we start the season with the idea that we're going to fight for the Scudetto because our name is Juventus, but it's not realistic. And you guys, you gotta have to be patience because we're not gonna be ready to compete with other team. They are like they have a structure that works better than us. Of course, Serie A is a very very mediocre league. I agree with that. But if you're talking about also like a youth level, we tied 2-2 with Paphos, the under 19. The only miracle we have in our company right now is the women. So far everywhere is a disaster. So it's gonna take time, and it's not gonna be this year. It's gonna be the following year, maybe in 2 years.
Yeah.
When we're gonna start to see result for what we're doing right now. But if we change again, we're gonna move the 2 years for the moment we change again. This is what I'm saying.
Edo. It's like already. Oh, first off, I don't show your face. Who are you? Puzzle 78. Who are you? And you're saying this. You would have kept Nico.
Nico Pass. I would keep.
Nico Pass. Yeah, right.
So if Nico comes back, we're gonna have like 45 wingers. Like we don't know what. Like we're gonna play with like 8 wingers. Yeah.
So Edo, like today you said something like, in strong words, but it's been 6 years of the same thing, and so I want to hear the same question for you. What is there anything left of Juventus at Juventus, and whose responsibility is this?
I mean, in a way, we're lucky we have a big name and a big history because we're always going to be able to, I don't know, we have a little bit of an advantage over other teams just because we can bring in money, we can bring in big names and maybe big players more than the actual results are dictating. But it's true. It's like that's the most, it's the most depressing part because we've changed, as you all said, like 3 times management.
It's crazy.
Coaches and players and like, but to me, like when you think about it, it's like what have we built that it's getting us to a better place next year? Like
Nothing.
Even in this latest iteration of changing everything, like
Nothing yet, I would say.
nothing yet. And I mean,
we didn't solve this at least.
yeah.
Oh my.
This is why we don't touch Junto anymore. This is why we don't touch Junto anymore. Because otherwise,
Like-
the guilt will be gone.
To me, that's the most sort of like you're as a fan, but also as like an employee of a company, you might be able to, let's say, stomach some decisions, some hard times if you know that the trajectory is good. I don't know if I see anything right now that's telling me, okay, well, next year we'll be starting at a better place than what we started last year. I mean, for God's sake, we're still, I don't know how many months is since we had Comoli take over. We're still
May.
trying to hire
End of
a sporting director.
Right. It's been
I
4
understand.
months.
I understand it's not like it was a quick turnaround, probably poorly planned in terms of the timing and whatever. The World Cup in between made it even worse. But it's not like, I don't know, how can you get pretty much complete control of Juventus and have no idea of the 3 key people you have to put in place? Like it took forever to hire Modesto, whatever he does. I don't know. He's there supposedly as a link between the team and the management. That's fine. But it's not like that. It's, it's not giving us great results so far. Then you have the guy who's at some point going to be in charge of the next transfer window because Comoli cannot do everything. Like he's got limited resources too. He cannot be in charge of 100 different things. So you're going into the January transfer window without a sporting director and without a clear idea of who's that going to be, even going into the summer transfer window. Like, what are we doing? Like, I'm always thinking of the parallel with like college sports where there was a lot of coaching turnovers. When you hire a new coach, especially in football where you have these big staffs, people move in bunches. Like coordinators move with the head coach. The general managers move with the head coach. You don't hire a head coach, you hire something more than that. We hire Comolli to be the CEO, and he didn't have a team around him. And 6 months in, we're not like, it's a 3-man team. The third one is still missing. Like, come on.
So, okay, let's read some messages and then we're gonna keep going. Somebody here says the problem is the players. They care one day, they are scared the next one. This is Andrew. That one with Nico Gonzalez was Zeus, by the way. Then we have Matteo from the chat. Welcome plus 10. Edo looking like a young Marlon Brando here. He has his own fans.
Have to disagree on that one, huh?
Huh?
Hard to disagree on that one.
And then we have Matteo Rubinato out.
Also hard to disagree.
So going back to what we're saying, so I feel like everybody in different ways, maybe the one that is a little milder and more hopeful is below here, but he's saying that management is the problem. Okay. It falls back to management, right? And for management, I'm hearing Elkan. I think it's difficult to judge Comolli right now.
Yeah,
I think
so.
It's difficult.
In
the role
he has, I think so. Yeah, because it takes a couple of years to make an impact on that role.
I think the biggest problem, and again, I don't know if it's a fault of Elkan or not, is that the way I see it, he is trying to set up Juventus like it's never been. We've been successful when there was the triade, when there was Agnelli, Marotta, and Nedved. When there were more than people that were bouncing ideas off each other, they were supporting each other, that they were now.
True.
Since Elkan fully took over, so since Agnelli is gone, he has tried to give the powers to one person. Giuntoli first, total failure. Now Comolli, we don't know what's going on. So I think it starts with that. He's trying to restructure the way Juventus is being managed. We've never seen this, and so far is not bringing results. That's my personal opinion. Now, I want you guys to tell me, I'll go back to Mauro, what you think about the coaches at this point can't be a problem. Because I can't believe that Motta didn't work, Tudor didn't work, Spalletti's not working. In the meantime, I think there was two more that they were just, while they were hiring a coach. I mean, it can't be Montero Brambilla. It can't be a coach problem. So it's either the management or it's either the players. To me, if we talk about players, Mauro, where we stand with the roster, okay, where we stand with the roster. So there are people that say we are the 5th team, the 4th team. There are people that I think with John, we're texting John Marcella. They were saying we're not that below Inter. We're like a little below them, but not that far as people want to make it look like. Where are we at with that?
I think we are, we are, I think, in the close to 4th to 5th. As I said, I think our roster is less than Como or Bologna or Roma or, who else is coming up? Lazio is coming up. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we are less than that, roster-wise.
What about Roma? What about Milan?
Milan, I think our midfield is very inferior to AC Milan midfield. We don't have Modric, we don't have Rabiot, we don't have Loftus-Cheek, we don't have Fofana, we don't have these guys.
And Modric.
Modric especially, we don't have it. So Milan, I think we're less. Napoli, I think we're less. And Inter, I think we're less. I think that's about it, though.
So Napoli, Inter,
and Milan.
So we will be the 4th?
I think yes. Ideally, yes. I mean, with a complete roster without, obviously, injuries play a part, right? But Milan also had injuries. I mean, with Bremer, with Vlahovic. I mean, I think,
Napoli. A lot of injuries, too.
Napoli, yes. So, I think we should be decently there, fourth place, which candidly, I don't even know how many points we are from fourth place. What, 3 points? So we are kind of there. It's just in this weird, weird Serie A that we are 8, but we are still kind of only 8 points from first place. So, one thing I would like to say quickly, yeah, we can't judge Comolli. There are certain things that actually, I cannot say that he did a great start. To me, he has a bit of a cocky attitude. He does not speak Italian, doesn't seem to care to speak Italian.
I mean, it's soon. It's soon for that.
He did well, yes and no, but then he did the first transfer and wasn't that great so far. At least the players that he's got do not seem to gel very well, and he did spend quite a bit of money. Also,
it did.
So
I mean, I think if to be honest, and then I want to hear John about the players. If I have to compare the first 6 months. The first part of Giuntoli's with the first part of Comolli, I think Giuntoli did better. Because Giuntoli found himself in a situation where there were absolutely no money and he had to scramble money and balance the book. Now, Comolli came where the books were already a little balanced. Sure, Giuntoli then made a mess with Hausen and all the players that he got rid of. But, like, I'm not impressed with Comolli, if I have to be honest. But it's still soon. That's my personal opinion. John, if we talk about the roster, where do you place it?
Definitely nowhere close to this team that played in 2016. I'm a collector, so I just want to show everybody one of the best teams that we had ever, Barcelona. This is official, but this actually was given to one of the players on that pitch as a gift, and
that's awesome.
I collected it, so it's beautiful, nice flag in the back. The players, core. Like I said, I think there's a lot of players that are underachieving here. Many underachieving, and I think there's a lot of players that have come in with deer caught in the headlights, and not expecting, and kind of been given probably an ambitious or very I would think that guys like Openda, if you ask Openda and David if they would make the same decision again to come to Juventus, they may have said no on the second time. And I'm not saying that these guys are top flight quality, but these guys are not crap players. They're not terrible players. Are they your starting for how many starting attackers are they of great presence in Serie A? Let's face it. Like, you can, in all fairness, you can put Openda or David and have them play in the other 6 teams ahead of us in Serie A. Would they start on Inter? Probably not. Would they start on Roma? Yes, they would start on Roma. Would they start with Milan? I think 1 or 2 would have a shot at breaking the attack on a Milan and what have you. Lazio, yes, or whatever else, whoever else is in front of us. So Inter's the only team, and I go back to mediocre league, mediocre players. I'm sorry to say, like, we're hoping for teams like this, but they don't exist because the landscape has changed significantly from that time in Serie A. And Serie A hasn't done a great job of promoting its league and making sure and attracting players with infrastructure. And we can go offside on this, but Juventus has been traditionally and historically the team attracting top flight players in this league. And there are no top flight players, and I don't care who you are. There's no one that's in this league outside of Yildiz, who I'm very scared of losing him, who has the capacity of winning the Ballon d'Or. I'm going to tell you, when I met Tech Chesney, Matteo was there with Stefania, president of Salt Lake, and we were talking. I was talking to Tech, and he said this guy's going to win the Ballon d'Or.
He said that?
He said it. He goes, this kid's going to win the Ballon d'Or. There's no, absolutely not in his mind. There was no doubt that he was going to win the Ballon d'Or, and it was a pretty telling comment from him, and he didn't flinch. There's no capacity to have Do we have better players? Do we have good players? I don't think we've seen consistency. The injuries have been so telling with this team. Would I keep? I'd keep probably 3 to 4 players. If I had a choice, I'd keep Chico. I'd keep Yildiz. I would sell Bremer.
You will sell Bremer.
I would sell Bremer.
Wow.
And the reason being is that on the 40 million, you probably make on a profit off of him. And
what will you get?
Look, honestly, he's injury prone. We played more time with him off the pitch than on the pitch as a player of Juventus. He's an important asset that we haven't used in a very long time. And what we're doing is we're playing, and I said this before, we're paying guys big money to play a CDM or in the midfield, and the guy's crying and sulking playing left back. I don't care who you are. You don't like Cabal, you play Cabal in the back. You don't think Cabal is a good defender, you expose him, and then you create the opportunity. What happens is, this is when you get into, and I'm going to get heated, shit ownership and shit management, is identifying why we've gone through the stupid of coaching and management is it couldn't isolate both. You know how we're doing now? Get Spalletti, and you've gone through Malta, got to Tudor. Now we know, as a fan base, hold on. I think it's the players. No shit. Right? But we were changing coaches and players at the same time. How are you going to diagnose the problem if you're thinking they're both problems and you don't know which one really is? Now we're in a situation where if I had to keep anybody resemblance of a decent player, how do you allow, this is my thing, how do you allow a guy like Coop Miners to decide where he plays? I want to play left back because I don't think I have the fortitude to play in the midfield. I don't care. You bring up a kid from the Giovanile, bring him up from next gen, let him play left back and suffer. You want to suffer, you want to create? It's just a mockery. This guy is $60 million, and we are paying him as a fullback. Are we joking? This is that is a slap in the face to every Juventus fan that is out there that we have to accept or learn to accept or been fooled to accept. Oh, it's okay. We're going to try because Coop Miners, he can hold the ball and he can move the ball and he can do this. What are you talking about? What are we talking about here? Gatti, as much as you want to hate Gatti's on the bench, use him. You want to, or he's injured, whatever. Use Cabal. Use someone else. I don't care if there's no one else there. Bring a player. Don't play a CDM where we already have a midfield and you're grasping at straws. Guys like Thuram, he's playing like crap. He's playing like crap because he's probably spent. You gotta. If that's our weak point, why in the hell are you playing this guy on the left back? And why are you not playing him in position?
Well, in his defense, I remember he said it at the very first press conference. Spalletti was like, "Well, Coop Miners played in the back when he was, I don't know where, Feyenoord, I don't know, Ajax, I don't know where." Who? Oh, Edzek. I was like, I don't remember. Next game was playing in the back, so I don't think it was Coop Miners' idea, to be honest. But I mean, it was definitely an interesting choice. It's definitely an interesting choice. He's playing better than last year, but I'm not a big fan of Miners in the back. You ask me. I mean, when the moment to defend comes, we're one man short. Because he's not a defender, in my opinion. But
Conte figured it out immediately. He put Neres on him and said, "Okay, just go after." Oh God!
Attenzione, surprise, surprise.
Yeah, you can come like that. I do it fine.
Is that a beard?
What's with the beard? What's going on?
Is that a beard?
Why you keep ignoring me? That's what.
Well, in that case, Matteo, since you're here, we have a question for you.
Let me say something. First of all, I disagree with everything that you said.
We don't care. We have a question for you. No, fermo. We need to ask you something. I was keeping this question. I need to pull it up here. 1 second. I think Andrew wrote it. Oh, here it is.
But you know what? I haven't seen the badge, honestly. I have no idea.
I'm gonna look it up.
I gotta check that.
Here it is.
No, I don't think so, honestly. It looked like a...
Wow. Julio, you're so powerful, by the way.
All right.
You
Huh?
can find stuff in a second. Amazing.
No, I was ready. I was
You
waiting.
were ready. Oh wow.
Yeah, I was waiting. All right, Matteo, say what you have to say.
Oh no, your voice is really sexy like that.
Yeah,
It's
I
definitely
know.
better
What
than
can I
yesterday.
say?
Well, but Combiners is playing left back because you don't have anybody else. It's pretty easy and simple. Because if everybody was no, everybody.
No, he
If
could
someone-
play. He could play
if-
Gat and
if
Kelly on the
if-
left. It's not true. He could have played Gat in the middle and Kelly
when?
on the
Gat
left.
is
like
injured.
what- Now,
Even
last
before.
game, he's been 1 month on the bench. 1
I
month
would play
on the
McKennie
bench.
there.
Why was
Yeah, but
terrible?
no, but if Gatti didn't play, guys, because he
Oh
was
my
not in
God,
shape.
are you guys
Yeah,
crazy?
he was not in shape.
He can wait to
There was
move
Rugani
up again.
before.
He was injured. He got injured.
When
got
Mc-
injured.
But not when
Well,
Koopman
but you got to check the news. You got to check who's available and who's not. Honestly.
We had Gatti available on the bench. Gatti got injured last week, so that's a
And,
fact.
and
I would
before
play
that,
Edmo
it was
left back before I play Coop Miners there.
well, I will play everybody else in the Juventus management for play like our captain. That like is pretty easy and simple, but okay, but that's a different conversation. Okay, so people's blaming Commanders because
No, it's not Koopman's fault.
because the goal they score on Sunday with Neres. The problem is the Cabal. The problem is not Commanders, but okay, but that's like it's about okay knowing soccer.
But
But
why
okay.
do you play Cabal
But-
ahead of Coop Miners? How much sense does that make? How
Because
does if I'm playing
No,
someone
they play together.
No. Coop Miner was playing
Against Napoli.
behind
Because
them.
they play together.
Who was playing together?
Cabal and Coop Miners.
Cabal was playing ahead of Coop Miners.
No, but
Ahead.
of course, because they can run. They can run.
Okay, so
Miners cannot.
if we have the capacity, like I get it, the coach,
if you guys listen to what Spalletti was said today, that actually the only thing that can save us right now is Spalletti, because anything else is shit. We can definitely agree on that. Okay, he's waiting to have like a center back with the right foot available. Okay, and thank God Rugani and Bremer may be available to play on Sunday. Maybe hopefully they're gonna be able, and we're gonna play 4 in the back. They're gonna move up Cobb minus. Probably we're gonna play a 4-3-3
No,
or
but,
4-3-1.
to me,
Even
Kelly
if like
Coop Miners is a problem. Both left-footed.
Of course.
It's
Absolutely.
a problem, that's for sure.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. But Cobb Miners was playing there because we didn't have it. Look. If you ask me, I moved Cobb Miners in place of Locatelli or Thuram. They're both doing terrible. Because
I agree.
Okay,
I agree with you.
and I would play Pedro Felipe over there. But then we're gonna have Pedro Felipe play like making a broad 2 passes like average against Bodo Glimt on the turf field, and the fall is gonna sky because oh my God, he makes a couple of passes when we have our midfielder that cannot pass the ball like 5 yards on the right or 5 yards on the left. Okay, but it's fine, but we're gonna kill them, you know.
Matteo,
right?
then tell me about this.
It was
All
terrible today.
Huh?
It was terrible today.
It was really bad today.
Yeah,
The
but
guy
It was
everybody
really bad.
was
Sorry, you
terrible.
cut out.
Today
It was really bad.
it was terrible. I'm the first one to say.
Oh,
But tell me, are you saving anybody for today other than Yildiz and Di Gregorio?
I was saying Di Gregorio.
Kalulu,
Di Gregorio
maybe.
did well. Yeah,
Kalulu?
I don't know. I mean,
I'm not gonna save. I'm not gonna save anybody.
chances in the back. I said
anyone
nobody
else.
in the back, but Di
McKennie.
Gregorio. McKennie, okay. McKennie deserves like now a conversation on the side. Somebody here wrote something here
But
that I think we've been shitting on McKennie for a long time.
McKennie is never an issue, guys. McKennie is the issue when he becomes an irreplaceable player. That is gonna be an issue. If you have McKennie on your roster, it's a plus because he can play.
100%.
To me, he cannot play like a center mid, okay, but that's me. But he can play everywhere else. So if I have McKennie on my roster, I'm fine. The problem with McKennie, if he has to play 50 to 60 games,
It doesn't happen in him, but that's the truth. But
it's pretty easy. I'm gonna keep McKennie forever, but it cannot be.
Today was a
starting,
great goal. The one who scored.
It was a
it was,
believable goal.
it was all
He
him.
was out of nowhere.
That was
with
all
very,
him.
Very basic pass for Cambiasso. It was not even like a ball that he was going to push him to shoot, and he turned himself like a striker. That was beautiful to me. I wish I could see that more. McKennie scored 20 goals for Juve. So
Yeah, but I was reading the topic that it's not combiners issue if they pay 60 million for him. He's not worth that kind of money. He probably is going to be this. Is hey, it's not an issue. But if we don't have commanders right now, who is going to play?
Edo.
Hey, by the way, Locatelli didn't cost that much less. It cost 80 million less because it was 38, and it's for 5 years that is basically is embarrassing himself on the pitch because. But tell me, because other than doing like a couple like of slide here and there, okay, because I see like doing like 5-yard pass, like he had to slide. It can play straight. I don't know, but okay.
Mauro, you've been so quiet. It has been said so much.
I mean, midfield seems to be the main issue. As you know what I think about the coaches and the coach we had, which I still think will be in top 4 if we had him right now. But I agree that McKennie is. I agree with the comment that was made. Actually, if there is one that actually does play and run, etc., is McKennie. I don't think I agree with Matteo. I don't see that as a problem. The problem, as John was saying, is that all of the others are getting like 60%, like Cambiaso. My God, he's unrecognizable.
My God, this guy. My God, he can put a cross in the box.
In 1 year, I never saw a player dropping so much.
Jesus.
I can't figure him out.
I don't know.
Thuram also seems to be down.
He should have left me at time. Look, I'm going to tell you, a year ago, what today is the 10th today?
Yeah.
A year ago today, I was at the Allianz watching Juventus versus Manchester City. And the squad hasn't changed that much since that game. It hasn't changed. You had a better Gatti. We had Weah, who was very, very had one of the best games he ever had with Andy with McKennie. McKennie scored another brilliant goal against thing. Vlahovic played well. Yildiz just destroyed the Manchester City defense. We owned Holland. He didn't do much of anything. Gatti was on him like kitty litter to a cat. Pardon the expression.
Danilo played a good game.
And Danilo on the left was the best game. And after that, that's his demise was right after that game. And I was there with Fabrizio. Shout out to Fabrizio that night. We all got sick that night at the game. But I'm telling you, Cambiaso, from that game to today, 1 year, it's not even a shadow of the player. There's Casper the Ghost, and then the ghost of Cambiaso is what we have right now. He is horrible. I would even bring him to the national team.
You know what's frustrating? That they put him in the perfect position to cross.
Yeah.
And he misses all of them. He cuts the whole box and goes to the other side. All of them. I don't know how he manages to do that. It's unbelievable. I don't know what's going on with this guy.
Crazy. Yeah, it used to be able to take corner kicks from left and right foot. I remember it was one of the most amazing things I ever seen, and suddenly I don't know. Already is the biggest mystery about Juve that what happened to Cambiaso in the last year. I don't know.
Matteo, do you hate Cambiaso more than Locatelli or the other way around?
No, I think Locatelli is unbeatable.
About the same.
About the same?
The same.
That's okay.
Well, I used to, I used to love Cambiaso, but it's been like the worst player on the pitch in the last probably 365 days. There's not even close.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to tell you. I mean, there's no excuse here.
And I remember when he was here, I was screaming for him to stay with Juventus because when the last time they were training here, there was rumoring loaning him out, and then he stayed. But since last January, since the move to City was rejected or they decide to go different way, it's been terrible, honestly.
No, I think it got worse when you listen to you screaming for him.
Yeah. Guys, what do we think about this one? Edo.
I
mean, everybody is being like begging, Spalletti to have him play more than 5 minutes, more than 10 minutes. He finally got a full 45 minutes, and it was an embarrassing 45 minutes for the whole team. And I don't know if he just got sucked him into that, or
I mean,
I don't know.
I would be, it would be stupid to say that I wasn't expecting a little more from him. But I think it's a theme throughout the whole roster. Like even Miretti, you get the start. It's Champions League. You've been putting up, a couple good performances together, and then you get to the point where you start and you miss every single pass you could miss. Zagrava didn't do anything egregiously horrible, but the game turned around when
He disappeared at a
Conceição-
certain point. At some
Yeah,
point, it
and I mean,
disappeared.
you saw the difference when Conceição came in. The game just completely just changed. But again, he's not played. Like, it would be unfair for us to say, well, you suck because the first time you start a game in however many months, you play like that, and it's sort of like a cross on your career. But I'm really worried about this trend overall of like playing down. We always talk about playing up to the competition or down to the competition. I think we play down to the whole level of our roster. Like even the good players, we plug them in, and after a while, they just flatten out. Thuram is one of them.
Weird. We have some good example of that that is showing how to do the right thing in our roster. So starting. With
for
our
sure,
captain,
there is. We changed
Weird,
management and whatever, but we also
we
changed
change everything
quite
but
a lot of
the some
roster.
player. But hey,
Like, are they?
there is, but you know why Zagrava play today, right?
Because
No,
Spalletti was asked about it.
Right.
By whom?
But Spalletti showed everybody that Zagrava cannot play more than 15 to 20 minutes.
But
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
Can I say something? Can I say
Everybody
something?
was advocating for him to play more.
Can be the reason.
And he picked like probably the easiest game of this stretch, and he showed everybody he cannot play more than 20 minutes.
Okay,
Easy and
I'm gonna
simple.
say something.
No, don't even say because it's wrong what you're gonna say. So
No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not saying that it's wrong what you're saying. What I'm saying is that if
I'm
the
right,
coaches,
you're wrong. I know that, but okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna say if the coach of Juventus picks the players based on what the rumors or the press or something, I want to show these guys.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
He better leave right now because this is not the.
I
place
hope
to
that's
do a
not the
little
reason.
gimmick. Like I
I
don't want to
agree.
hear any. Like you play the guys that give you the best chance to win.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear
absolutely.
anything else.
I hope
Yeah.
that's not the reason because
Let's
it would
hope he's
be-
not making an example and whatever, because that's as bad as Jude being. I'm
Hey, look,
going
we
to
have
say
changed
it.
Spalletti
Jude-
out.
Listen,
And
no, not Spalletti out. But hold on, I agree with Edo. Look, we had a general manager that was out to destroy the coach of our team. That's not productive. Like, and if you're in the same breath trying to make an example of a player to an extent or whatever, or a situation, and you have a chance to win, look, I have a 14-year-old who I consider him to be much brilliant than I am when it comes to thing. He actually called the Cartonati losing 5-0 to PSG in the Champions League. I should have put huge money on that. He
100%.
I kid you not. And he
Give me
called
10
2 goals by
Give me 10
Doué.
bucks.
I am not joking. I will talk about that another day. I wish I would have put 500 USD on that. I would be rich and not talking to you folks right now. And but the fact is, I have a very. This is the problem. There's venom within the walls, and that is got to leave. And I agree that there's potentially still players or management that need to leave who are not there for the right reasons or are taking up a spot that should be given to someone else. But if a coach is coming in, and we know Spalletti, let's all face it, Spalletti has a history of making an example of players. We can all agree that he's done this, okay, with players, one of which I consider to be one of the top 3 players ever to lace up for Italy or for any team in Serie A. And if he's going to do that with him, it's not far-fetched that he would try to make an example of the situation. I'm going to say, you guys all know this, I'm not a fan. I do not like him, but I do not dislike up until now what he's done with this team. He screwed up with Napoli, and my 14-year-old told me this morning, Dad, why didn't he play this lineup, although they played like crap today, against Napoli? This was a much better starting on paper, much better starting lineup on paper than the one that he presented on thing. You do not. I don't care who you are. You're playing Napoli. You
He
do
explained
not
yesterday in the press
experiment.
conference.
What?
He explained that yesterday in the press conference why he played the way he did.
I understand, but it doesn't matter. For me, my opinion is you don't experiment against Antonio Conte playing against Juventus. Do you think he's not more ambitious and more in check when he's playing against Juve? Sure he is. He's going to make sure that these players spit blood. And even then, we played horrible against Napoli, and we only lost 2-1. We only lost by 1 goal. And this guy experimented against Napoli.
Honestly, the fact that he explains why he does it doesn't justify the fact that it
No.
was a fucking failure. He can explain as much as he wants, but he failed miserably that experiment that he decided to do with Napoli, which to me shows, that he
I
made
hope he
like
does it
a-
again.
All of you is
I hope
still
he does it
saying.
again. I want to see this number 9 again.
Doesn't matter.
No,
Well,
no,
why?
no.
Why would you want to
So
see
all
this
of you
number 9?
You-
is
is
saying
number
that
one,
the
number
players
9
are
again?
never responsible.
No,
Right.
it's not.
That's what you guys are saying.
Oh, no,
that
no.
the players are never responsible.
No,
That's-
nobody
Matteo.
has said
You
that.
guys, that just
Matteo, we'll play
No.
Morata
That's what
on
you
the
guys
right
are
back
saying.
again.
That's you
No.
guys what you're saying. That
Well,
the
no,
never-
where did you
players
hear
are
that?
never responsible. Yeah, that's what you guys saying.
Well,
No.
fortunately, this is recorded. We can go back and listen to it. But I don't think anybody said that. Everybody said it starts with management. Then we skipped Comolli. We said he's not gonna be the one that we can call out, and now we're on the players. We're like, so what is our roster? What are the players doing? And we're talking about the players. I mean, the players are definitely responsible.
With an idea on his mind. Okay, it didn't work. It didn't work because the players were playing bad. Because
Look,
our
I mean,
player,
I-
because
sorry.
our player
Push you this.
cannot do a pass that's 5 yards to the left or 5 yards to the right because they're incapable of doing that.
Okay, so
Explain
what does
that.
it mean that they
Explain
do it? That they did it during training? And okay, all right. You either stay on the camera, we talk, or you leave. Because
No,
we
I'm
can't just-
just
Okay.
I don't want to see you putting like food in my mouth. It's not
Don't
that
worry.
sexy, honestly.
Look,
So if he did that during the trainings because it worked and the players did it, so the players can do it and they did it. It doesn't work against Napoli. It means you made a bad judgment call. You don't play alone. It's not like playing in training. You have a fucking other team you play against.
I was
So-
a huge. I was huge against that setup. Okay, but
All right,
for like 2, 3, 4 weeks, everybody, including you, were let's say Ildic he needs to play big one, especially after Walachi got injured. Ildic has a fake 9. Ildic a fake
Me?
9. Ildic a fake 9. Ildic a fake 9. Okay,
Yeah.
so he gave a try. To me, Ildic cannot play as a fake 9, especially now in his career. Okay,
to me, never
but
for
he
now.
had to try that. Okay,
Never?
But no, against Napoli.
And
Never.
But why would you play him as a,
No,
as a number
it's-
9? He's the only one that can create. He can be the finisher. He's the one that creates. Right now, it's a waste of talent
Ascolta,
putting him up there.
listen one thing. But he said, when asked about David, he said like, I would like to see people when they train that they show me they should go on the pitch. And in the while I'm talking about David, I want to also mention the Adzic. Adzic came to me and told me that he needs to play. And then now I explain you how it works. You play 10 minutes, you show me you play 10 minutes well. You play you play well. After you play one whole game and you show me you can do it, and yeah, that works. So he's playing David right now basically because we don't have Vlahovic. This is what he's saying.
Right.
And do you think is the Juventus standard that he's playing because the other one is not there?
Yeah,
And the other one
sorry,
is not
guys.
showing
Last year,
in the-
Vlahovic
in-
should have
in
not
the
played.
In training, people not showing they wanna fucking play.
I understand
Okay.
it. But this
Yeah.
is not, yeah, I understand. But like, if you take out the only one that can create something, because the mid doesn't exist. there is no idea of play. The only one that can create and make the other team like in a difficult situation is Ildiz.
Put himself. He was trying to put Ildiz closest to their 16-year box. Okay.
And hold the ball.
Avoid
and hold the ball. We could not hold the ball.
Avoiding him to chase Beukema or chasing the player on the mid. So he was trying to do something. It didn't work against. I'm the first one to say it didn't work in that time. There is
you have the freedom to try this kind of stuff.
Why not? I understand.
It didn't work.
Guys,
we didn't lose because of that.
No, well, we don't know, but there are games and games when you try things because, dude, if you give away for
you cannot try with the Paphos.
You can try with Paphos.
He tried with the Zagrava today. You say he was wrong.
But that's different. He's playing him in his position. He's not putting him in another position that we've never seen him playing there. Now trying to see, let's see if that works. It's different.
Okay, Spalletti out. Let's bring.
No, it's not Spalletti out. Spalletti out. Why we can't criticize the coach?
Because give him a chance.
I'm giving him a chance. This one is untouchable if he makes mistakes.
Exactly. But look what you're saying. The conversation is going to Spalletti. No. He's never going to the player.
I'm going to ask you something.
Going to Spalletti.
No.
You consider Spalletti an experienced coach?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good, perfect, great answer.
Well, you wanted Tudor to be gone at a certain point. So if it's the players' problems, why you wanted Tudor gone?
So he's an experienced coach.
It's the same thing. I mean,
so this he knows Napoli. Well, he knows the team's changed since he's been there. He knows Napoli. He's an experienced coach. I'm going to give you this. You get an experienced accountant, and he comes to you, Matteo, show me your books. I'm going to experiment with your finances. Are you going to be okay with that? You're not, and I'm not. I know I'm going to another thing. So for me, if you're hired to be legitimate,
20,000 back, maybe.
Yeah. If you're hired to be legitimate, there's experiments that happen at certain points of the game.
But exactly, the conversation is going to Spalletti.
He made a mistake. Spalletti. He made a mistake, and we're talking about the mistake.
The players are perfect; they never make mistakes.
Okay, I mean, if that's what you guys are saying,
nobody's saying 57 minutes.
How many games has he coached right now? How many games has he coached thus far? How many games?
Probably 10.
You know? Huh?
Probably 10.
Probably.
This is the only game I criticized him on.
I mean, he made a mistake.
You were going against Juventus when they appointed Spalletti as a coach. Come on.
No. Hold on. I said I didn't want him as a coach. Watching him coach, this is the first game I criticized him.
You need to give him a try. I
understand.
I don't understand why. But look, why pointing at a mistake is wanting to get coach out? I don't understand it. I don't understand the correlation.
By the way, he said, "Hey, maybe I was wrong." And it was the first one yesterday in the press conference. Asking Kalul, "Hey, what they told you actually in the locker after the game? I didn't put you in the best place to win the game to perform."
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
Well, he assumed that he was wrong.
By the way,
he was wrong. He knew he was wrong. We all know we're wrong. We're all intelligent for knowing just as much as he did that game. And Juventus is playing him to secure a position in top 4. And if I'm playing a direct rival, I'm not experimenting. Point blank. You want to experiment? Lecce. You want to experiment? Go against, even though bottom feeders are still giving us problems.
For us,
it's
worse to lose points against Lecce than against Napoli.
Okay.
I don't know why. 3 points anyway.
No. We need to win with the small teams, not with against the teams.
I understand, but like you are going against Napoli.
I told you last week. To me, if we do 0-0, we're lucky. If we do 0-0, we're lucky. To me, it was my point of view.
Right. I understand, but like that logic worse losing with Lecce. We are going in a game. That's not Juventus mental. We're going in a game
when
where
you're
5 points away.
When you try new things. When he's going to be allowed to play 4-3-3?
Thank you,
When he's
Bill.
going to be allowed to do what he wants?
Do you know that the reason why Zagrova played today, and he explained that to do as well after the game today, because after the game against Naples, they have issue with the airplane. Okay, so they had to stay in Capodichino. They came home like 5:30 in the morning. Okay, so they couldn't train on Monday basically, or they could just and then the Tuesday is the game before the game. Is the day before the game. Okay, and the Wednesday they just try some set pieces. That's it. Okay, so he said, hey, Zagrova, I can never train. Okay, I try to put him in the pitch right now, so at least they're gonna try to give him like some minutes. Okay, that's another reason. But people,
it's fine. He can play Zagrova. That's not the point.
He's ignoring everything and just assuming that he's wrong.
What are you talking about? It was wrong to experiment with Naples. That's a fact. He admitted it. So nobody's assuming anything. He even admitted it.
The players were perfect against Naples. Okay.
No, the players sucked worse than him. They all share responsibilities.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious because like when you're 1-1,
nobody said that.
It's a given. The players are fucking sucking for the past 3 years. All of them. All the coaches that have been sucked, it's mainly because of the players. But it's all everybody Mott out. Everybody Tudor out. And it was always the players. So it's obvious that the coaches weren't the problem. We sacked Tudor after he played the worst games of this season. After he lost 1-0 with Lazio, 1-0 with Lazio, with the PK that we didn't get, and again
1-0 against Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, okay, but he had like 10 games
against Como and
another difficult game.
Julio,
Okay.
with all the love, with all the love,
now we are like.
Wait, because
we can't say anything about
fighting. Okay, so I need to.
No,
because
I know.
But Matteo's point is like right now, since we saw that in the past, if we start to go hard on Spalletti,
nobody's going on. You need to call them out. He's paid millions for the job. You call them out.
Listen.
That's it.
If we start to go in this direction with Spalletti, in a few months, people are going to start to talking about Spalletti out, and we're going to restart.
But people can. But do you guys think?
That works.
But do you guys really think that Motta But do you think that Motta and Tudor were sacked because people were saying Motta out or Spalletti out? Or Tudor out? That's not why, guys. We can say here for 5 hours straight, Spalletti out, Spalletti out. It's not going to be sacked because of us. It's management that makes their own assessments and decisions. So that's completely.
They're listening to fan a lot lately. So
no, they don't.
I think so.
No, they don't.
A lot of decisions are made like that. I think.
Okay, so how do we
like Colomani, for example? We didn't get it because everybody was telling me, "Oh, it's going to be too much. It's going to be too much." And
no, Colomani, we didn't get it. No, Colomani, that we didn't get it because you had to pay him cash in the very moment. Whether open down, you are borrowing him for a year. You pay next year. It was a books problem. That's why you didn't get Colomani.
And then at the last minute, PSG tried to change it and give it we had already committed to Openda.
Huh?
So that's what happened. Is that Colomani was a last second PSG repented on their offer, and then we had already committed to Openda, and we dropped the Colomani, which I agree with Comoli on that. But here's the thing:
it was a books problem.
So I'm gonna go with this, and I want to for me after this it's over. We agree that we have a mediocre roster, correct?
Yeah.
Mediocre to above average.
It's
to me. I was listening to you guys. To me, the only roster that are above us right now, it's definitely Inter, of course.
Okay,
and maybe Napoli because they're probably deep. They got lucky with the injury of De Bruyne, probably because Conte didn't want him. But we are definitely not below Milan. Okay,
we're definitely below Milan.
No, we're not. We are not
compared to me.
In that right away, absolutely.
We're definitely better in defense. On paper, we're definitely better on the offense.
We are better on the defense. Defense.
Oh my God, you serious? You want to have a Gabbia?
Rugani, Gatti, Kelly.
Bremer.
Yeah, I'll take. Bremer is the only.
Hopefully, we're gonna get a.
Bremer is the only good defense that we have. Gabbia is a national team player. Plays well. Tomori plays well.
But so if you guys are saying that we are worse than this, hey, we are 6 or 7. So why are you guys complaining? We are where we're supposed to be.
No, we're fourth.
Going back to my mediocre statement.
We're 7th right now.
No, we're fourth. Because there is, to me, there is Napoli, Inter, and Milan are above us. We're the fourth.
Matteo is saying the potential of the roster, not what we have in the standing right now.
No, I'm saying the potential roster. We're fourth. We're fourth. Inter is above us. Napoli is above us. To me, Milan it is. To him, it's not. So we're third or fourth.
Okay, you're for John, I think 6 or 7. For Mauro, we're 6
No,
or 7.
John, I remember.
How many goals we scored?
Fredo probably were 18 or 19. So
I said before.
So my take is this: if we're above average, average being 6 out of 10, and we have that above average, just above average roster, and we play in a situation where we need to maximize our above average roster, and you have an experienced coach, how are you experiencing with a just above average roster against a direct competitor?
No, but right now he cannot play the way he wanted to play because it doesn't have the player that he needs to have to play the way he wants.
Neither did Allegri.
Okay, guys. Okay.
But
I know the one you had Tacconi, Favaro, Cabrini, Burini, Burisciere, we were definitely a better team. I know. What can I tell you? We're talking about now. We're talking about 20 years ago. So,
but we're talking about this game. The Napoli game was horrible, and that was a coaching decision. The players don't decide where they play. It was a coach who decides.
Okay, so you're saying that, okay. So that's what I was saying.
No.
The blame is 100% on the coach.
I don't think so.
No, it's not.
Thank you, Bill.
It's not.
This that's the game at all. I don't know.
I don't understand. If I'm an owner of a company and my bookkeeper to go and shovel and build the foundation for it, I'm setting myself up for disaster. This guy went up against our direct competitor, against a coach that I despise, and in the playing against Napoli, and I'm going to go experiment. How am I supposed to
one player?
So you're saying that 100%.
David on the bench. This is what is experimentation. One player.
You also put Cabal from the beginning, been sucking since
you should have put Kostic.
No, you can put McKennie on the right. You can put Cambias on the left, like we've always played. You don't need to experiment with Cabal either. I'm telling you.
Did you want the tie below? You want the tie? He didn't play for the tie. He played to experiment. And I don't. If you're a coach,
you don't think he played to win?
What?
They always play to win. They always play to win.
That game, he didn't give him a chance to even show up, and we lost 2-1. It was all on him.
He played to win. He didn't work out. He played to win.
It didn't work out.
He didn't play to win at all.
Oh, a coach is there to make choices. A coach is there to make choices. He made a choice. That's it.
I understand, and we're obviously here to. And I can criticize.
But we didn't lose the game because of the reason. No, we didn't lose the game because the elite was playing up there.
No. In fact, like he changed, and then we even, recouped the game. We're 1-1. Jesus.
Let's see if he plays the same formation again this year.
He might eventually.
I hope Ildiz plays again the position.
But why do you want Ildiz in the position? Why do you want Ildiz in the position? When has it done anything in that position? Why do you want him in that position? I don't understand.
Because
actually playing that position.
He's amazing player, and closer you put it to the goal, more goals he's gonna score.
Who's gonna give him the ball?
Exactly like it happened to Cristiano Ronaldo, like it happened to many players in the past.
But,
when you have great talent, closer you go to the goal, more goal you're gonna score.
So you're saying that we lost because Spalletti did play with like that? Okay.
No,
but that's what you guys are saying.
No, it's not. But did you listen to what I said? If we have mediocre players, the players who don't have the intelligence to be a game changer, how many game changers do we have on our team? How many?
You're speaking with someone that think that our roster is the third best roster in Serie A.
Okay, so how many? I'm asking you, how many game changers we have on our team? How many? Oh, anyone answer? One? This is the only one.
Zagrova.
So okay. He didn't play. What did he play Zagrova on the thing?
So Zagrova so far, he hasn't shown.
He hasn't been able. This guy's given. So one player.
Okay.
So you want to be. You have a game changer. We don't have players of the intelligence to change the game.
Actually, Conceição can change the game.
Okay. Yes. Okay. We have 2 players out of 23 that have the capacity to interpret the game and change the game. And the coach knows this. We know this on 6 people on this screen, and you're telling me he doesn't, and he wants to experiment against Napoli. I'll be honest with you. And I'm going to go on record. What he's done prior to this, he couldn't have done better. I like what he's done up until now, and I don't like him.
It's 45 minutes. It's 45 minutes when we are down 1-0, and then he put David, okay, and you tie the game 1-1, and then since our player like to shit their pants, you lost 2-1 because of that. But it's not that the second half we put the fielder like on fire, or we created like a 75 chance to score. So okay, he messed up. Still, you are defending the player.
I'm not.
Turandi didn't do shit. Locatelli don't even talk about. Cambiaso was terrible.
I made fun
Kenny actually made the
lineup.
final mistake. Kelly don't even talk about because he lost Oilund, and then he lost on twice. Actually, Cabal was terrible. But yeah, as Bilo say, he got the start and then thank God Locatelli do the bicycle like just outside the pitch.
I just was highly critical of the entire team, saying that the entire team, we have 2 players of capacity out of 23.
Okay. So
and he took them both out in the second half, by the way.
We have a goalie in there, and he's got a vertical of my nonna.
Explain you why. If you actually listen to him, he actually explain you why. But okay, that's like listening is overrated.
Yeah, I'll make fun of my team. I'm gonna tell you, Di Gregorio should go to Inter. He's an Inter fan who thinks Andanovic is better than
Vialli was an Inter fan. Shire was an Inter fan. Lippi was a Fiorentina fan. What? So what?
Like if you want to make it the players, Di Gregorio is the first one who needs to leave. First one, I'll carry him to Inter or to whatever other team. I'd rather play myself in that backwards, blindfolded, hands tied.
I don't think Di Gregorio, I think, is the least of our problems. Of all the problems we have.
He's got a vertical of my nonna with a walker. The guy is horrible. The guy
saved our ass.
He can't jump. He can't jump if you put $1 million on a stick to grab it 7 feet off the ground.
Can we try? You're gonna found us if we try.
There's a 90% chance of them scoring on us on a quarter kick because of Di Gregorio.
We ask.
Can I ask Edo why every time we are winning, he disappear, and he always came back when we lose or we not playing good.
I think you're missing.
They don't let you use the phone when we win.
That's not true. I'm always very active.
You're confusing him with someone else.
No, I'm talking with you. I know what I'm talking about.
So
where
do we leave it now? So now we have, what do we have? We have Bologna next one, then Roma, and then there is like the other 2 Champions League games.
Think about Bologna. No, they're in January.
Yeah, January is in 3 weeks.
Maybe I'll bring them luck. I'll be there.
So Bologna and Roma. All right. So
think about Bologna, 1 game at a time.
Let's bring back this. That's where we are, guys.
We're playing in Torino or in Bologna?
Bologna.
Oh, thank you.
We're playing in Bologna. So we're like 2 points behind. At this point, we're fighting for the 4th spot, period. Okay. Where we are. So this
Jesus Christ, Sassuolo is only 3 points behind us?
Yeah.
As well.
Can we afford to not win?
No.
Hang on. Let me make it big so I can see everybody. Can we afford to not win? So a tie? No.
I'm okay with the tie.
You're okay with the tie?
I'm okay with the tie because that also stops Bologna from escaping even further.
But
Bologna plays tomorrow in the Europa League or no?
They should. No?
I'm asking.
I think they are.
Let me go check.
I mean, there is Como here. I mean, Bologna is 5th. So we have a must-win with Bologna, and then we have Rome at home.
Yeah, they play against Celta de Vigo.
In Spain or your home? You just had to read. Jesus.
Wow.
Away.
Relax.
He's nasty. He's nasty tonight.
Relax. The beard.
Okay.
No, hey, you know,
Oh
many
my
times I tried to
goodness.
call Edo and he never answered to me, and then he said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was with my friends on lunch. With my friends.
On
Oh,
the
oh,
right.
we are not. We are not. Obviously, we are not. Okay.
He calls me at brunch. I'm at
Is that what-
some friend's house. Like, what am I supposed to do? Just drop everything? Like,
When I'm calling, you should let everybody.
No. No, we need couple counseling here.
Yeah, 100%. There's got to be a few. Oh my god,
But
there's
Edo, you would be lucky.
counselors everywhere in LA, all kinds.
I never seen anybody growing a beard that fast. I feel like so Matteo last week
You
has
haven't
like a
seen
3
me.
months
No,
beard.
you haven't seen me in a month.
It's
seen me in a
impossible.
month.
Unbelievable.
Julio changed careers. Julio, he's in acting now. He went into
Yeah, he's
Hollywood.
doing something.
He went into Hollywood. Not Hollywood.
He's up to something. He's up to something. All right. Let's close it up.
I was
Let's-
criticized tonight as a referee, so that's
No,
all.
guys, we gotta win against Bologna. Eh? Come on.
Yeah, 1-0.
Okay. So we're gonna
When is
win
the
against
last,
Bologna. What about
1-0.
Rome? Are we gonna do 6 points?
No.
6 points.
One game
Rome?
at a time.
Rome, when
No,
is that?
one game at a time.
Both
No.
games you have to win.
There's only
Let's have
Bologna for
confidence.
now.
Okay.
One game.
Champions
at a time.
League, we're in a good spot. All right. We're like, I can
Oh my
pull
God,
up.
Edo is saying yes. He's actually being positive.
I'm saying sort of yes.
I'm gonna call it 1-0. Johnny Calabrese scores against Bologna.
Gianni Calabrese, yeah.
That's Jonathan David. That's his nickname.
Jonathan
online.
David, come
Jonathan
on.
Calabrese.
The guys at the guys at the sense of urgencies of the Dalai Lama, I think.
Jesus, for real.
Here.
All right. So this is the.
That's why they call him Iceman. He doesn't get
Iceman.
bothered.
When he missed the goal in the first half, that's why we call him. It would look like more like Goose, but okay.
Come on.
That's where we
Iceman.
are in Champions League, guys.
No,
A little small, but I think we're like in a
17?
the 17th. You know, we're like 1 point behind Barcelona,
points we're in.
Sporting, Chelsea. You know, considering where we were a month ago.
Now, I'm curious to see how Benfica did with Napoli. I want to see the game.
Right, we're not bad. We're three points behind the
Conte
Cartonati.
was complaining because Napoli played on Sunday and Benfica play on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna complain about anything, but I'm just gonna say this:
Mourinho.
the next one, Inter is against Arsenal.
And then against Dortmund.
But
And then
Arsenal is already qualified. Let me see.
Yeah, I think it's first place Arsenal,
I
no?
think Arsenal is already
At
qualified.
first place.
Yeah,
Let
first
me
place.
see. How many
Yeah,
points
the-
has Arsenal? Go on top.
Listen, if this
Hang
was
on.
Inzaghi against Arteta, I would pick Inter. But this is Kivu against Arteta. They're gonna get slaughtered. They're gonna get slaughtered against.
Can I say something? I don't care.
Oh, I'm just okay. That's fine. I'm giving you my analytical opinion here. There's
No, I don't care. They
against,
win the
Yeah,
lose.
no, but
Inzaghi on
Arsenal-
the bench.
Arsenal
There's half a
has 18
chance.
points. Is already qualified.
With Kivu,
Yeah.
there's no chance in hell that they beat Arsenal. No chance.
All right, let's wrap it up. Two things. One, quickly, John. I want to give a shout out to you and your fan club. You guys are almost 600 members,
Yes.
Wow.
and it's like
Yeah, of course. It's not only every fake person that you find like in Toronto. And like,
that is unheard of.
exactly.
And also, like, I know you guys are doing a lot for the community. You did like a poker tournament where you donate. Tell us.
So what we did was we did it last year. We went to support a local. It's funny. I bring both of my worlds into my life. I try to keep them separated, but for you guys know, most of you know that I work with the aging and disabled. That's what I do on a day-to-day basis. And they typically, it's funny. They always collide. My wife says. So last year we supported it's called My MS Family, supporting multiple sclerosis in the community. I don't like these big organizations where they spend 80 cents on the dollar on the CEO or executive director. So we like the low-hanging fruit, the community base. So we decided this year to do a charity poker tournament where we raised $2,000 from my MS Family and $2,000 for Toronto Sick Children's Hospital. My daughter is a patient at Sick Children, and she's turning 18, so she'll be leaving the confines of their support. And we are blessed to have such an amazing institution in Toronto. I have a great group. We have the local member of parliament, which is your state in the United States. who is a minister for children's socials and community services. He attended. He became a member. He is just brilliant. And in April of next year, our fan club will be at the parliamentary buildings in Ontario, accepting recognition for the province of Ontario for our contribution to the province and its community. So we're proud that we're very fortunate. And I tell you guys all the time that if I'll be honest with you, I'm going to say it right now, Matteo and Julio were in Toronto, there'd be 1,500 members. I am a product of a very fortunate community where I everywhere I turn there's a Juve fan. Last night I went to a very prominent restaurant for a Christmas party. The owner recognized me and said, "You're the guy from the Juventus Club of Toronto. I followed you when you were in the Club World Cup and whatever. And I know you know that guy Matteo Rubinato. I want his autograph." I said, "Hold on." No, but
the beard.
And so when you get people saying, "Look, I want to come see you, I want to join," and there's exposure, I just want it for everybody. And I love where we're going as a club. I always wanted to spill over to the rest of the clubs in North America. I had the fortune of being with Giulio and Matteo in October, even though for a couple hours, it was amazing. My wife actually, for the first time ever, was like, "Oh, this is cool." I said, "This is Juventus." And we went to the Little Italy Fest in San Pedro, and it was phenomenal. We met Antonio Cento Più Cento over there, who was Cento, who was, and everybody back.
John, you missed last year when Edo and I were going along and we were singing.
Yeah, they started singing like, "Oh yeah, Normandy."
I'll be honest with you. I want to be John of Montecito, not just Bilo of Montecito. So I want to come. I want to spend more time in Cali, and I mean, we have such an amazing presence in California with Silicon Valley, with San Diego, with LA, Hollywood, obviously, and we want that growth. We want everybody to know how amazing the West Coast is. Like my brother said when he lived in Vancouver, West Coast is the best coast. So we're really happy. I was excited. My son was absolutely loving the fact that he was telling his friends that he was hanging out with the JOC Hollywood out in California. So I'm married. Absolutely married. Don't worry, I'll be there this summer. I'll be there for Norway, France. I'll be coming to watch the Club World Cup.
That's awesome.
Game.
Boston is cool.
I love Boston. Boston is by far. So who is that person? Was that Mauro? Was that the name of the individual?
Mario.
What's his name? Oh, Mario.
Mario, one of our regulars.
Mario, just make the booking at Neptune. I want to go and have oysters and seafood.
He already knows where to go.
I just want to go to Neptune's in Boston. So let's do it. I'm there. I'm not afraid to travel. These guys know. Matteo and Gio know that if I could, I'd spend every day of every month of every year just traveling and visiting the great family that we have here in North America. No one's better than us. No one.
John, congratulations. You're doing amazing. And we're just going to close with one last thing. Yes. Somebody else was. Well, Matteo shows that. I'm going to close with one last thing. This upcoming Sunday, actually, I think John is having it too. It's going to be our Christmas party. That's the picture from last year, from our Christmas party. I know, John, you're having yours next Sunday too.
I might even call you guys to do a quick live so we can share some Christmas cheer.
So we're gonna have our Christmas party. It's our annual party. Here there are like a few more pictures. If people want to see.
How is that?
The one with the beard is beautiful. Oh no,
that beard is nice. Mateo's a little bit needs to be
Edo was there last year.
Next to Bilo.
Oh my God, Matteo!
I didn't remember that.
I need to delete some things, but yeah. So if you guys haven't RSVP'd, please reach out. We need to give tomorrow, the final count. Here is below. Let's see what else I got.
That's amazing.
I don't remember Here is some other Donato sulla destra.
You know what's funny? You guys are all dressed with there's heat in the thing. We're all going to be in overcoats and parkas.
It was 82 today, John. It was 82 today.
No, it was not.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. We have summer again here. It's kind of annoying.
You know, it's like what, 75 over there?
Not even close.
Ooh,
So yes, so that was the last of it. So
he won the watch. Damn, I didn't win that.
he won the watch. Yeah. Oh yes, we're gonna have a raffle.
Hey,
We have a
are
raffle
you
with
buying
all the
tickets?
prices.
No.
So if you
I'm
guys
not
want,
giving you any money.
Julio,
Tickets
can I
for
bring
the
up one
raffles.
thing? Julio,
Yeah.
can I bring up one thing?
yeah.
So obviously, for anybody who saw it this past November, I celebrated our Juventus women, our fans,
Oh
our
yes.
Juventus team, and what have you. Obviously, in shedding light not on just support against women and domestic violence. I think that takes and then I'm not downplaying, but I just want to let everyone know, when anybody's watching, when this is recorded and it goes off air, that we need to celebrate the amazing women that exists in our lives, who are part of our fan clubs, who want to be a part of our lives, our significant others. And thank you to Hollywood. Thank you to everyone, Boston, everybody who was involved in supporting and providing all of the beautiful pictures that we posted and created an amazing video with one of our one of our members, Colo99, Danny Colosimo, who's world renowned and has worked with Juventus in the past, who created the video. And we are so blessed to have him a part, and just to keep on celebrating everything that is Juventus, which includes the powerful women in our group. And that goes to Stefania, to Martina, to Marcella, who are so active with our fan clubs. We praise you, we celebrate you, and you are our Le Donne della Juve.
Amen to that. I think it's a great way to close. So congratulations to our ladies, and to all those that give their time to keep, the fan base alive. Speaking of alive, Mauro, are you there?
Yes.
No, okay, great. Okay. Hey guys, thank you so much. It was a great evening. Let's do it again. Next week I'm gonna be in Italy, so I hope somebody else can run this. Edo, Matteo, Billo, somebody's gonna do it. But fino alla fine, Forza Juventus.
Ciao ragazzi.
We'll get there.
Bye.
Ciao everybody.
Bye.